want to talk briefly about how to live with tinnitus. I know a lot of people are afflicted, and it creates a lot of challenges for people. I've had tinnitus for 47 years and hearing loss along with that. Started in the background, the ringing, but now it's in the foreground. The world around me has receded into the background. How do we avoid the madness? How do we cope with this? It's ironically a silent malady. People don't know we have it generally, but for us it's a noisy malady. I know a lot of you have tried a lot of different things, herbs and phone apps and retraining techniques and homeopathics, and for some of us nothing has proven helpful. Of course, many of us have seen experts. Hearing aids can help some. They can alleviate some of the problem. But my purpose is not about cures, it's how to cope and how to live fully. I think first you might want to find out things to avoid. What is it that exacerbates the ringing? And there are some triggers. Caffeine for some people, medicines, and loud noises, headphones, earbuds, alcohol, lack of sleep, stress, even some foods possibly. Obviously just avoid those things whenever possible. So you have to find out what is it that's affecting your tinnitus and avoid those things. Also preserve what you have in terms of hearing. Wear protective ear gear around loud noises. I even keep little ear things in my car because sometimes the roads are really noisy and I just need some relief. Have ambient noise in your environment whenever possible, some sort of background noise. A lot of us sleep with a fan, that. We have some sort of white noise that helps us sleep. It distracts us from the ringing in our ears. Always be busy, focused on something. If your mind is focused on a task, you're more inclined to avoid giving attention to the ringing in your ears. Of course, social situations, face people whenever possible. Placement is important. And sometimes you just have to be honest and tell people, this is not a good environment for me to hear. Can we find another place? Or just simply ask them to raise their voice. In the work environment, again, be honest and just let people know, what you're dealing with, and that they should face you whenever possible when they talk to you. Encourage them to always be aware of their voice level, to not lower their voice, to not whisper, because you're just not going to hear it. We know how that is. Place yourself strategically in situations, in meetings, close to the speaker, the meeting leader, co-workers, the sound system in some cases. Just be very aware of your surroundings and place yourself strategically. There are some other things that I think are really important. Take quiet time. And of course, it's not really quiet time, but it's time for your hearing system to take a break. Since it requires so much attention and so much concentration for us to hear things, and so much processing has to go on, sometimes you just have to let the hearing system shut down. And so find quiet time during the day, if at all possible. Take walks, walk in nature, find a place away from people to just rest the processing system. Another important thing is do an array of things that give life meaning. Tinnitus makes us question whether or not life is worth living. It's a daily battle. Sometimes we just want to get away from the madness in our heads, and we have to counter that with things that give meaning. It's important to be project-based, to always have an array of projects that keep your mind busy and keep your focus off the tinnitus, off the ringing. For me, it's a wide array of things: composing music, cooking, practicing piano, landscaping, gardening, travel, weightlifting, running, nature, writing, fractal designs, photography, reading. You just build up this arsenal of things that take the focus off the ringing. Finally, see every day as a victory. Every day you wake up and the ringing is still there. And so every day you choose to live. You choose to live with it, and you choose to find ways to not let it get in the way of enjoyable life. You find ways to live life as fully as possible.